me to give you my mic. So Chris will start it again, please.
All right. Thank you. Yeah, now I can hear myself. So like I said, my name is Chris Amimo, and I hold a Bachelor's of Commerce degree from the University of Nairobi. I'm the founder of the Kindogo Football Academy, and since 2016, I have sat on the board of FKF, overseeing its youth development activities. In 2009, I came up with the concept of Sakata Ball tournament. This is a grassroots football tournament that was later adopted by Safaricom. It is a precursor to the current day Chapadimba na Safaricom tournament. My candidature is based on 4 key pillars. 1, sustainability of the professional game, youth development, infrastructure development, and national teams performance. Now, all this will be achieved through proper governance of federation funds. I believe I'm the right candidate for this job, since my 8 years on the FKF board has exposed me to what it takes to run a federation in terms of governance, the pitfalls entailed therein, and also I've had the privilege to benchmark with successful federations world over. I have the knowledge, the passion, and the team to make this happen. Finally, mimi ni msewa ball, na wasewa ball wanajuana. Asante.
Thank you very much, Chris, of course, Amimo, for that. And all our 6 candidates have had an opportunity to introduce themselves and share with us the vision they have for the Kenyan football. Remember, if you're joining us, we are coming to you live from the Catholic University of Eastern Africa in Karen, where we are having the first ever 2024 Football Kenya Federation presidential debate, the one and only. If there's any other, Nibwakni. This is the place we are. Of course, I'm your moderator, Tony Kwalanda. And remember, our presidential candidates, you will, for the next session, you will have a chance whenever a candidate, of course, explains and shares about the thematic strategies, you'll have a chance, of course, to respond to it if you want to respond to it for 1 minute. However, each of you will have to answer several questions, pertinent questions, which our audience here at this particular lovely auditorium, and also our thousands and millions of viewers across Kenya and across the world are watching, would like to know. Remember also, we shall be having a chance for you to send in your questions on our digital platforms, on TV47 and also on Radio Jambo, where you can send in your questions, because we have one Masawi Japani in the crowd. We'll be able to interact with our audience there a little bit later. But for now, I will get into it, starting with our candidate number 1. I will read this particular question. And remember also, on these particular sessions, later on, we shall be having our candidates asking questions to one another. It will be very interesting. Our first question, of course, the topic being football development and grassroots programs. I will start with our candidate number 1, Tom Alila. Tom Alila, please. If elected Football Kenya Federation President, what steps will you and your administration take to spur development of football in Kenya, and what programs will you introduce at the grassroots to ensure the safeguarding of the future of Kenyan football? You have 2 minutes, Tom Alila.
If elected, the first thing that I will embark on is to change the FKF constitution so that we can have more associations coming in. This is schools, primary schools, secondary schools. They need to be added into the FKF space, because this is the one. This is what will now make grassroots football work, because grassroots football starts at the golden age, and normally the students or the kids that we have, we normally just hang with them for about 120 days, and out of the 365 days, they are always in school and institution. This is where we now shape up the issues of coaching, shaping up referees, training. We also shape up this raw talent to be befitting the national leagues. So that is the first thing I will do. The second thing is to expand the football space for infrastructure. Like you've seen, we've not been having proper infrastructure, surfaces to play which are CAF or FIFA standardized. But I'm sure now the government has put its foot forward and they are sorting them out. We'll also have issues, broadcasting rights, marketing rights, which have been a problem in the federation. The leagues do not have even a title sponsor. They just have a broadcasting sponsor. So all this roll back to transparency and accountability in the federation, which is my key pillar in running a proper federation. We'll also expand the space of women football. It's really, really important. You can see our ladies now have just finished playing at Dominican Republic, and they have done us proud. Women football is really great, and it's for the first time they have gone to World Cup. So those are the issues that if grassroots systems are put in place, you'll be able to be feeding.
Thank you very much, Tom, for that. Asante for sharing what you'll be having and your plans in football development and grassroots programs. To our candidate number 2, Sam Ochola, I'll repeat the question again. You have 2 minutes to share this, condense it. If elected FKF president, what steps will you and your administration take to spur the development of football in Kenya? And what programs will you introduce at the grassroots to ensure the safeguarding of the future of Kenyan football?
Thank you very much, moderator. We have a lot of academies at the moment in different parts of the country. We have MOFA, we have Green Berets, Green Commandos, sorry. And all over the country when you go, facilitate the county chairman with at least 3 million shillings so that they're able to use it at that level. But I want to commend the former CS of sports, Ababu Namwamba, with Talanta Hela. It's because of Talanta Hela that we got a lot of new and raw talent from the grassroots, and they're the same people who are now presenting the Kenyan women football, and the men under 20 who have just qualified for AFCON. If you look at these are programs that actually came from Talanta Hela and Ababu Namwamba's initiative. This was done in 1.5 years. So we have a federation that has been there like forever. And we know that they do not have time for grassroots football. And the first thing when I become president, I will make sure that these programs that the government had done in the previous, with the previous minister, we shall talk to the present minister and make sure that the Talanta Hela programs continue and give us the best talent in Kenya. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Sam Ochola, for that. We get to Mr. Barry Otieno. Barry Otieno, you are a former CEO and a General Secretary of Football Kenya Federation. You have risen through the ranks. You understand the runnings of football. You have heard, of course, what Sam Ochola has mentioned, that you are playing around with the management of football. You are here. You are running for this office. What is your take on this particular question?
Thank you. Thank you, John. I think.
All right.
Thank you.
My apologies, I was playing football. All right.
Sam has been generous. Thank you. Thank you, Sam. Thank you, Tony. As you say, I've been CEO of FKF for 5 years. And for you to impact football at a grassroots level, or for you to develop youth football, I don't think you need to change the constitution or talk to the minister. Let me give you an example. If you take 2 kids at age 9, and one trains for 10,000 hours, and another one trains for 2,000 hours, by the time they're 16, these are 2 different players, if they had the same potential. But even more interesting is that if you take 2 kids again, and they both train for 10